5 and a 4 and then a 3 and then a 2 and then a 1. Happy birthday to us.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday to us.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday to the review.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to us. And all of you, reviewers, new and old, if you can believe it, in late April of 2016.
Oh, yeah.
One of the greatest audio recordings that you could ever listen to was born courtesy of my guy, my brother in savagery, who also celebrated birthday. We'll get into that in just a moment.
Oh, yeah.
He came up with the name and the idea, and together we put it together to make this goddamn thing happen. It is the Thoid, that's right, the Thoid anniversary of the JB and Benny Blue Review podcast. And goddamn it, we couldn't be more proud to have you joining us today.
Yeah.
On the FaceTime, looking as pretty as he can. Always stays with the fresh chop. My man's getting lean and meat for the summertime.
Yeah.
My guy, Dr. Jeremy Eugene Bridges Jr. the third Esquire,
Yes.
who is also celebrating his birthday. Sir, I can't believe it's our anniversary. We just keep making this shit happen, whether it's every week, every other week, every 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, right.
Our fucking schedule gets knocked off. Bro, how are you feeling? How was your personal birthday, and how are you feeling about our anniversary and celebrating it with the reviewers out there? Goddamn it.
Well, first of all, reviewers, how the hell are you? We miss you guys.
How the hell are you?
Put up on our story, man, on IG, man. You know, just we ain't forgot about you guys. I know. Because be out there fiending like Jodeci, you know what I'm saying? So we got to give you what you need, give you what you want, give you what you need. First of all, you know, I just appreciate all the love, you know what I'm saying? Happy birthday wish and all that I got for my birthday, which is on the 19th of this month. A couple days ago, it was a good weekend, man. We went to a little sandbar spot after you went to that spot. You was out here.
Shout out to Sandbar.
Family, you know what I'm saying? Friends, everybody just kicking it. Nice and smooth, slow motion type shit. A good, safe night. I drank way too much alcohol.
Damn.
Sunday was a recovery day. You know, I'm 39 years old, man. It just don't work like it used to. Yeah, Sunday was a recovery day, and then we went from there, man. But it's just a blessing to see another year.
Damn right.
And that's just that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's where I leave it. You know what I'm saying? And we keep pushing, and we try to make the next year better than the last. But as far as this thing, man, 3 years, shit. Man, you know, when we first started this thing, I remember, for everybody that don't know, I don't know if we talked about this on our 2-year anniversary, but I was in Bank of America with my youngest daughter, Sparrow. I'll never forget this shit. And I was listening to the True Blue podcast, which I had done, was Benny's podcast. And I was listening to it in the car on the way to the bank. And I called Benny as soon as I got through listening to it. I was like, yo, we got to do this. All right? Yeah. Like, I was like, we got to do one together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Our dynamic was just that amazing. It just flowed like the River Nile. And 3 years later, here we are. This is what, episode 118?
Correct.
118 episodes. Jeez and Louise. Man, another big time blessing to see another year in this podcast.
And you know that.
And we bringing that heat just like we planned. There wasn't no fluke, there wasn't no shit. You know, it's always been fun to us, but we knew what it was when we started. We want to take over the game. We used to hashtag all the time. We taking over, and to a certain extent, we have, and even more so, we still are. So, hell yeah, man. To the review, on and on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, till the death, man. Because people have really been slowly but surely rocking with us. We have a lot of 5-star reviews. We got a lot of in-person and online compliments. When we put stuff up, people share it. When we ask you to engage, you engage.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, you know, like you said, you start the way it started. Like, man, reviewers, like, you remember, like, when we were doing our videos and our reactions and everything, we were doing this straight out of the goddamn social. We were either JB spot, or we had the fucking veranda.
The veranda, baby.
And we were making it happen. We had people in the fucking Savage lobby, the guests coming in, and it just evolved from there. The type of guests that we were getting, the type of things that we were talking about, and the type of love that we've been getting from all of you. So seriously, like this, like we, as JB said, we really, if we didn't enjoy doing it, we wouldn't do it straight like that. But so that's where it starts. So the fact that we enjoy doing it, and also that people are actually listening to us and they want us to keep doing more, man, it's only going to grow into 4th year and 5th year and wherever this thing could take us. Because look, you know what I'm saying? And real quick, I want to give a special shout out, a gentleman who was giving me high praise, who will probably be on this podcast because he's doing his thing as well. Shout out to my guy Jeremy Gumbo. That's because he's from that goddamn NO. You heard me? You know what I'm saying? My guy Jeremy Gumbo Christian. He hooked it up with the audition on Wild 'N Out, which I just came from, and it went pretty well for your boys. So send one up. They took like 1,000 submissions from LA, and they only had about 25 of us in there. So I made it through the final round. So knock on wood, we'll see what happens with that. So I want to shout him out, and Niall, the executive producer. Shout out to Nick Cannon, man. Cool dude. He was rocking a bulletproof vest and your auntie's head wrap, so I definitely had to flame him for a second. But he was a cool guy, and he was there, and we did wild style and the whole thing. So that was a fun experience. I actually had just come back from the road. As Jeremy knows, that's why our schedule got knocked off, because your man was out here making plays and doing shows, taking care of some family stuff. So shout out to everybody saw in Michigan. I will be going back out on the road doing some more shit like that. And yeah, I mean, you know, we just appreciate it, man. There's a lot of different things happening, especially in this fucking sports world, because you already know, reviewers, you've been rocking with us for at least a year. Yeah. You know what time it is. We started this thing off with the draft.
Yes, sir, we did.
And I'm on the line with a gentleman who knows what it feels like to be drafted. Maybe not necessarily where he wanted to be drafted, but God damn it, all it matters is that he got in that bitch.
Got the opportunity. You know? And I tell people all the time, that door opened up, hit that bitch and ran and never looked back.
Right, exactly. And real quick, JB, just so we get out the way. Actually, you know what? Let me do this. We may need to do JB's true NFL stories, because you went into depth about what Wig Piece Mel Kiper said about your ass, the Senior Bowl experience. Right. You kind of went into depth in previous episodes around the draft, but I feel like there's something that may be kicking around in your brain in terms of draft night and everything. Because I mean, listen, reviewers, it ain't like all like, you know, you got all your family and ESPN cameras all around and you're crying and calling the general manager. That. It don't go like that for everybody. So we'll cover that more here in the draft. But JB, you got a nice little birthday present, man. And it's not even little, because it was a big moment for those who are big golf fans. And I got to tell you, one of the things when we first started becoming friends and getting to know each other, you would often talk about this dude, and you would ride for him. And this was in the time where he was dealing with a lot of shit. He was wilding out in the streets.
He was going through it.
He had the bionic back. This guy, Tiger, fucks around and wins the Masters. Yeah. I'm just make it real simple. What did that shit? You are a legitimate fan and supporter of Tiger Eldrick Woods. I am. What did that shit mean to you personally?
First of all, guys, for everybody that follows us on Instagram at JB and Benny Blue, I posted a picture of me pointing to a autographed ball from when he first, not when he first won the Masters, but one of his Masters victories. Tiger's that guy to me, man. From the moment I took interest in golf, you know what I'm saying? You know, there's no secret, you know what I'm saying? No matter what people think he is, what he says, he's a black man. His father's black. Yeah, he's a black man, and he dominated golf for years. Has almost every record besides a couple that the great Jack Nicklaus has. But, man, I cried. I ain't gonna lie, I shed tears of joy, especially when he ran up to his son and hugged him. It was just like, I felt like I was watching him hug his dad again. So it was just like full circle. The man came back from self-induced embarrassment and pain to pain that he suffered from his sport. And it just all kind of ridicule and shame. And he came back and he fought like the Tiger that he is. His nickname, you know, Tigers are tenacious, and he has showed that tenacity through years. 11 years, right? 11 years, man, since he's won the Masters, shit. You know what I'm saying? Since he's won a major, right? Since he's won a major, right? He didn't win the Masters. He didn't win the Masters since what? 05? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so he hadn't won the Masters in longer than that, almost 14 years. But like, since he's won a major, it's been 11 years. Just the golf, man. I felt it. You know what I'm saying? It touched me. You know what I'm saying? It should be inspiration to people, man. That shit. If you couldn't feel that, you're crazy. You know what I'm saying? You have no heart.
Right.
You couldn't feel that. I don't give a damn if you hate him, you love him. I don't care. If you didn't feel that, when that man threw his hands up and screamed and went and hugged his kid, and, you know, one thing he didn't do, he didn't cry on camera. But I know when he got in his hotel, back in his hotel room, or should I say his suite or Airbnb or whatever the fuck he was staying there with his family, I know he let him fly.
The Airbnb.
I know he let him fly, bro, because you know what I'm saying, he had to. And composure, man. The composure. He was so focused, bro. I watched the entire thing. I watched every round. He was so focused. He had that swag. He was chewing that gum. When he messed up, where crazy as it sounds in golf, you make mistakes, but you have to make mistakes in the places where you're supposed to make mistakes. He did that. And he made the mistakes he was supposed to make and capitalized when he was supposed to capitalize. And at the end, man, he just fucking loped up on them boys. And you could see the pressure that he was applying to the competition. That was the most beautiful part. Mm-hmm. He was in a group with a guy that was leading. I forget the guy's name, but he was from France.
Yeah, the cat Molinari.
Yeah, Molinari. So he was in the group. Molinari fucking around and bit in one hole. Got like a double bogey on it. Knocked him back 2 shots. Everybody else was just missing, parring instead of birdieing. It was just beautiful to watch, man. So shout out to Tiger Woods, man. Old Eldrick and this bitch. Keep your nose clean, literally. And, you know what I'm saying?
Please.
Don't quit fucking with, leave them hoes alone, man. You got a beautiful family, beautiful daughter, beautiful son.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got a woman that loves you. Hey, just continue to do what you do, man. I would love to see Tiger knock a couple more majors out and bow out on top. You know what I'm saying? I like when celebrities and sports guys, they bow out gracefully. I always say it. I don't ever want to get kicked out of my sport. I'm gonna bow out gracefully, knowing that I've given everything that I had to it. That's what I want Tiger to do. Now that he's healthy, I want him to win as much as he can win, and say, you know what, kiss my ass, I'm out.
Right, bro. I mean, think about it. 43 years old.
Yep.
I want to say 3 or 4 back surgeries.
Mm-hmm.
Lord knows all that stress made his fucking hairline go to fucking Ecuador. Like, that bitch was gone. Like that. I'm sorry. That mugshot is just seared into my brain.
Yeah,
that was just peak. Like you said, that was peak Tiger self-induced, as you called it.
Right.
And you know, it's interesting because you bring up the dynamic of course him being a black man in a sport like golf, and not only that, with how kind of regal and classy and sophisticated the sport of golf can be presented as opposed to other sports. Not saying other sports aren't classy and have like good sportsmanship and dignity, but you know the stereotypes around golf. It's a lot of khakis. It's a lot of like kind of well-to-do folks.
Right.
And I would imagine there were quite a few people that left him for dead. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I tweeted it. So don't ever get it twisted. Everybody's not happy Tiger's back. And
right.
And I told my older son, I said, if he'd have won any other major, it would have been like, all right, cool. He won a major. Mm-hmm. In fact, he won the Masters.
Right.
The Masters. You know what I'm saying? That it was symbolic. You know what I'm saying? It was symbolic.
The most prestigious.
It's like the Super Bowl of golf. You won the Masters.
Exactly. Nothing bigger.
Throw their ass up. And all the favorites that they had, I should have put some fucking money on his ass.
Shit.
Because when the first round started, he was at like 30-1.
Somebody came up on a bag.
Someone came
on a bag off.
And they put that money on him. They put that money on him in like the fucking end of the second round.
Right. It was
Yeah, but that's what I said. If I'd have dropped the 500 on him in the beginning at 30-1, oh Lord, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, some cat I know it was in Vegas at Sportsbook. Some cat did a futures bet where you can push it down way down the line.
Yeah.
And it was basically, I think he put like $90 on will Tiger ever win the Masters again. And I think he came up on like 25 racks or some wild shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jesus Christ, that's a bet for your ass.
I gotta start, you know what I'm saying, trusting my instincts on these little bets. I always had a little gut feeling, you know what I'm saying, my bookie. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta start trusting my gut.
I know, man. We talk enough shit about this. You would think we put down more dollars based on some of our educated guesses, if you will. But I mean, it was just, bro. Shout out to Nike for having that commercial on deck, son.
Oh, they were
ready to go.
Shout out to Nike for understanding and realizing how big Tiger is to them and to the sport of golf.
Right.
He's still that TW, man. That TW is still, man. You talk about golf, motherfuckers still checking for that TW all day, every day, even when he was on in his lowest point. Hey, so shout out to them, man. Yeah, that commercial was dope as shit. Just shout out to Tiger Woods, man. Great job, Eldrick. Welcome back. Handling your business, man, and we look forward to seeing you throw that putter up, you know what I'm saying, victoriously more the rest of the golf season.
Yeah, absolutely. Future guest of the podcast, I might add. Tiger, Tiger, listen.
I better not run into him no way. I'm gonna interview him right
now.
You
put him in a headlock. Yeah, he won't be able to leave until he says he's going to be on the guest on the podcast. It's real shit. Tiger, listen, you're going to have the best interview and experience you've ever had in your life fucking with us.
Easy.
So yeah, man. Shout out to him. Again, shout out to reviewers out there at JB and Benny Blue, jbandbennybluereview.com for all past episodes. Put the / merch behind that bitch. Copy a hoodie, all that shit, and we're available on all platforms. Just want to remind you, fine folks, again, as we keep moving along for more current things happening, meaning the motherfucking playoffs are here in the NBA. And we've had some series shakeout. Basically in the East, JB, we've had it's basically run the table how we thought it would. Unfortunately, my Motor City Pistons got mopped by the Bucks. But it is what it is. Giannis is probably going to win the MVP. They're going to play the Celtics in the semis. And then on the other side, you got the Sixers, and then you got the Raptors.
Right.
And then on the other side right now, at the time of this recording, it looks like the Warriors will put away the Clippers, and they have a hard road because they have to go against the Rockets.
Right.
Then on the flip side, Dame Lillard and the boys put away the Thunder. And then, sneaky good series with what's happening with the the Nuggets and the Spurs, because obviously Nuggets have a lot of talent, but the Spurs, they got pop, they have veterans, they've been there before.
Right. Basically one overachieving team and one underachieving team.
Basically. From where we stand right now, from what you've seen, however much or however little, if gut feeling, who do you really think? We haven't really went into it these last few weeks. So, like, from what you've seen so far, who do you really think got it? I mean, if you, gun to your head, who are you picking?
Gun to my head. Damn.
Right.
Gun to my head, I gotta pick Golden State. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. I said when the NBA season started, bold prediction, that I don't think Golden State is going to win the championship this year.
You did say that. Run that back, reviewers.
I do not think, and I still don't think they're going to win. Be easy, but be truthfully with you guys. But I don't know who the fuck's going to win it. You know what I'm saying? The East is weird. You know, the Bucks can be overbearing at times with Giannis. Like, they can really be overbearing, and I don't see anybody stopping him. So if the Bucks make it, if they blow through the East and they get to the championship and the Warriors are sitting there, I don't see nobody that's gonna stop Giannis. I don't think
Correct.
Draymond with all his bullshit can stop Giannis. You know what I'm saying? I don't think nobody can stop Giannis. And the thing about it is they're a scrappy ass ball club and they have role players that play their fucking role. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if the Bucks won this thing, man. Be real. I don't see nobody in the East stopping them, and I just feel like they can be a huge problem if they continue to do what they do. Like you just said, though, Golden State got to get past Houston. And Golden State they're very shaky right now. They're not the same dominant Golden State team. They're flashy. They've shown flashes of greatness.
Right.
But the Clippers, even though the series is 3-1, Clippers are giving them all the hell they want.
That's true.
So it's like, I don't know, it's such a toss-up right now. It's just really such a toss-up. So, but yeah, I'm again, bold prediction, I'm going to say Milwaukee's going to win the championship this year. Giannis is going to get the MVP because I have to stand by what I said. Golden State is not going to win the championship. They're not.
Right. And do you think we've reached the point with Golden State where it's like, I feel like with listen, I mean, I think it is fair to call them a dynasty. I mean, they've been rocking it.
They've done it.
But like all dynasties, you know, you got egos, you got chemistry, you got sometimes effort, you know, especially when you got cats trying to really identify their roles, because like you said, they can be flashy, they can pour it on with the points. But when the game slows down at a playoff level, especially like a team like Houston, who's really good at that at full strength. I mean, let's keep it real. Yeah. Last year, they were essentially a Chris Paul injury away from going to the Western Conference Finals. Easy. Let's just keep it a buck. Yeah, and that series went to 7 games, and they're playing each other not in the Western Conference Finals. They're playing them in the semis. And then on the other end of that bracket, look, man, Dame Lillard, I mean, I feel like every really great player, even if they're not the LeBron, KD status, whatever, they have that one. You saw this with Charles Barkley with the Suns, right? When the Suns made it to the finals. It was really that kind of one run that he had to really try to win a chip. Of course, he's going up against Mike. Wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, it wasn't going to happen.
But Dame Lillard might be in that zone. Regardless of the whole Nurkic injury, they really might fuck around and go to the Western Conference Finals, which I believe is the furthest they will ever go since Dame Lillard has been on the team.
Right.
So they got a hungry-ass Trailblazers team, and it's not a gimme at all that they would get past the Rockets.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
And with the Bucks, that they have really good balance on offense because it's not just straight sharpshooters. They got Giannis is going to pull up, but Giannis is going to literally physically dominate cats. He's going to take it to the rack. Middleton can pull up. Brogdon can pull up. Bledsoe can pull up. You got cats rocking through. Yeah, so I mean, you can't really, I think we've kind of reached that point where it's like a lot of, let's keep it real. Like you said, especially with the East, Sixers, Raptors, maybe even the Celtics, they may not be equipped to actually win it. I really feel like this may be the year. Whoever wins it, whether it's Giannis, Harden, or fuck around and be Lillard.
Right.
This may be the year where you literally have, of course you have to have that good team to get to that level. Even the Bulls had those teams. They had those role players. Yeah. Take away Scotty, it's a different thing. Right. That's we're not this is a fucking hot takes debate show. You know what time it is with that.
Right.
But this may be the year where you really need to have that guy who's like, no, this is happening. Right. We are doing this year.
I'm not there's no denying it.
There's no denying it.
I don't know. Like I said, I just feel in my gut, Golden State's not going to win this year. So, like you said, with all the things that are going on, it's way more competitive right now than it's been. Trust me, it's worth watching this year. Without a doubt. I watch damn near every game I can.
Yeah, it's fun, man, because like there are some good matchups. And there's I think to me in the first time in the last couple seasons, honestly, there's some more balance, especially in the East, because the East has 4 really good teams.
Exactly. Yeah, there's not LeBron, you know what I'm saying, and they're just kind of, everybody's like, oh well, LeBron's gonna come out of the East. We already know that. No, they're balanced, and they got shooters, they got defense, they got slashers. The East is stronger this year than it's been in a long time, and the West is weaker. Be real with you guys. I'll be real to reviewers out there. The West is just not this super powerhouse side anymore. So it's gonna be interesting, man. I keep your eyes on it. Just keep your eyes on it. Trust me, it's definitely worth watching this.
Right, exactly. Well, look, reviewers, keep your eyes on us and your ears especially, because when we come back, oh, buddy, tis the goddamn season. Man, it's like we're unwrapping a birthday gift.
Fucking soap opera, man.
Right, because there's a lot of shit to go over, especially with JB's beloved Birdgang, because the NFL draft is upon us, and by the time this recording has been released, there's going to be some things that have played themselves out.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot to cover with this shit. We're going to go very deep into the 2019 NFL draft, particularly as it relates to the Birdgang. That's some AZ Cardinals for those who ain't hip to the goddamn lingo.
Ain't hip to the jive, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So stick around for that, reviewers. And in case you forgot, you are listening to the JB and Benny Blue Review podcast.
Yes.
And we'll be right back, bitches.
Yeah.
What's up, reviewers? Have you heard about making money in real estate but you're not sure how to get started? Now you have an opportunity to learn about the housing market while earning commission on new deals. Pacific Home Buyers is a Southern California-based real estate investment group that is seeking experienced and hungry phone salespeople to help them find the best homes on the market for sale. And the best part, there's no real estate experience required. Hours are flexible and you can earn big money on closed deals for just getting home sellers qualified. Call us now at 323-963-3417 for more information on how you can get started. That's 323-963-3417. Pacific Home Buyers. Your home sale starts here.
Reviewers, we love you. We are back.
Back like we left something.
It's our 3rd anniversary show. We really, really appreciate you rocking with us from the bottom of our hearts, whether it's your first episode or your 118th. It means a lot. And especially for those who are out there hoping, wishing, and praying, JB, that their owner, GM, coach, mascot, whoever the fuck is involved.
Whoever making these decisions, goddammit.
Right. Who's ever involved making the decision to pick a player that will hopefully make a big impact on the 2019 season and beyond. It is the NFL draft time, and this is the 2019 NFL draft Savage preview. Cue that music. Let's go right now. The hottest team on the block right now is, wouldn't you know it, JB's beloved Birdgang, them Arizona Cardinals.
Look, this is the most that ESPN has talked about the Arizona Cardinals and fucking since the Super Bowl run.
Damn, that's a hard thing to admit, but damn it, it's true.
That's shit hella funny.
And that's because if you've been living under a rock, they have the number 1 pick. And there's been a lot of speculation and rumors and smoke and mirrors and all that shit.
Whole lot of, I call it draft Texas Hold'em going on.
Right. So, JB, at the time of this recording, we are 1 evening away from the draft. And real quick, you ain't just going to be watching this shit. You're going to be participating. Tell the reviewers in the greater desert area what's going to be happening for yours truly.
Yeah, me, myself, and a couple other guys will be down in Tombstone, Arizona, legendary Tombstone, Arizona, where we are having our draft party, one of our draft parties, for the day 3, if you will, picks. So I will be on stage announcing pick on the NFL Network. You know, see this pretty face on TV. It won't be the first time, you know what I'm saying?
Bam.
So, I've been on TV 4 times. It's an honor. I appreciate it, you know what I'm saying, that the Cardinals, you know what I'm saying, chose me to be one of the guys that represent the PG. And shout out to let people know, you know what I'm saying, who's auditioning for Birdgang. Shout out to Carlos Dansby, who's going to be in Nashville for the 2nd round pick, and Old Stenners for the 3rd. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time, and I'm honored to be able to do it.
Nice, and that's gonna be what Friday? Is that correct?
Saturday in Tombstone, Arizona. So I think our first pick is at like 9 Mountain Time, 9:20 or something like that.
Okay, and this is basically a BG watch party in Tombstone, correct?
Yeah. So the Birdgang draft party in Tombstone. They like to do that. The Cardinals do a great job of that, to get around the state, getting everybody involved, getting everybody excited about.
What's the venue, if you know it?
I don't know. I know it's going to be at the OK Corral on Allen Street.
The OK Corral.
Oh, yeah. You know what time it is.
Wow.
The OK Corral was the legendary shootout between the Cowboys and Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday and his brothers. Wyatt's brothers. Yeah. On Allen Street. It's going to be good, man. And me being a huge fan of Tombstone, the movie, it's going to be a good time.
Bam. All right, so it's going down. Again, reviewers, for those who haven't been rocking with us for a long time, Mr. Bridges himself was honored and privileged enough to be drafted. As we talked about in the beginning and in previous draft episodes, not necessarily where he should have or wanted to go, but he was able to kick in the door nonetheless and get in there by the Fly Eagles Fly. That's Philly. They picked him up. And
the other Birdgang, I like to call him.
Correct. Now, JB, just jump right into it with your guys. Obviously, you're gonna have the honor to list a name that hopefully will be with the BG for a long time. You never really know how it's going to shake. You yourself are a 6th rounder, and you end up having a pretty fine career.
Yep.
Some cats get going the first, and they're out of here in 3 years before the rookie contract's over.
I know a lot of guys that went before me that didn't play in the league with 2.5, 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
They went first round, second round, third. Yeah, a lot of those guys.
Yeah, exactly. So talking about the first round for the Birdgang, for the Cardinals, as of right now, and Lord knows that it could change, they have the number 1 pick. And there has been this goddamn storyline that this guy, your man, former 2003 Senior Bowl participant, one Cliff Kingsbury, is very, very interested in one Kyler Murray out of Oklahoma. However, the Birdgang drafted a quarterback last year who's not too bad himself, and they drafted him with their first overall pick in the first round of last year. So, JB, 2-part question. Number 1, if you were GM Jeremy Bridges, which you soon will be, what would you do with the number 1 pick? And when it's all, now part 2 is when it's all said and done, does Kime turn in the card and draft Kyler Murray?
Me personally, I would trade the pick down because I think the number 1 overall pick is cursed. I don't like the number 1 overall pick. I'll let somebody else deal with that madness. So I would trade down to one of the other teams. I mean, you got to look at teams like you got the 6th pick overall. The Giants have that pick. Who else? The 7th pick. The Jacksonville Jaguars had that pick. You guys have number 8. There's no big. Your guys getting a little up in age over there. The Bengals have number 11. I would trade down. I would get a couple picks. I would get a trade down for a first, and then maybe another second or a third. We can get it, but I would get rid of that pick. I don't think that the Cardinals are going to take Kyler Murray. I don't think they're going to do it. I think that that's the hype, and I think that ESPN is riding that bitch like a NASCAR driver. You know what I'm saying? They're riding the hell out of that bitch, and that's all. That's all they can think about, and all they can say is that Kyler Murray is going number 1 to the Cardinals. And the only validation they have is, this is what kills me, is because of what Cliff Kingsbury said before he even got the job or even knew he was going to be the coach of the Cardinals.
Exactly.
He said how he felt about it. He was still a college coach at that time,
right? And
that's all they got to hang their hat on, and all the air raid offense. Like, that's all you got to hang your hat on. That's not real thick. So I don't think we're gonna draft Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, I said it on many radio shows in Arizona. Kyler Murray's gonna be a great football player for whatever team he goes to, but he is not for us. He's just not. He's not. And honestly, like in this NFL, people can say what they want to say about the only thing that brings that allure about Kyler Murray is the fact that he can run the football. That's it. Bottom line. But as we've seen in this league, running quarterbacks don't do very well. Right? You're going to eventually have to learn how to sit in the pocket and throw the ball. Russell Wilson is an escape artist. He does really well. He does great things. That's what everybody's comparing him to. Like, oh my God, he'll be the next Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's a special person. Can Kyler Murray come in the league and do the same thing? Maybe so. I wish him the best. I wish him all the best, but just not in that red and white. But
interesting. Okay, so that leads me to part 2.
Uh-oh.
You have the card in your hand. Mm-hmm. You can pick it. You also have the lines to all other 31 GMs. Mm-hmm. So it sounds like if it were up to you, you would want to trade out.
Yeah.
So what would you do to move and groove, shake and bake to get some more value for that number 1 pick?
I am calling the New York Giants, and I am calling the Bengals. I am calling Denver. All right. And I'm calling Miami. Calling the Redskins. Calling everybody. Now look, you want this pick or not? We don't want it. All right. But if you're going to take this pick, you're going to give me whatever place you just had.
Your pick plus.
And you're going to give me a second round, or you're going to give me an early third. That's all I need. You know what I'm saying? That's all I need. That's going to assure me that I'm going to get 2 quality players out the field. You know what I'm saying? And in return for this super expensive number 1 draft pick. Again, what I call a curse. So I'm gonna. Those are the things I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get on the phone and start calling people. Be like, look, do you want this first pick or not? I'm saying, y'all need a quarterback. Y'all like Kyler Murray. Everybody think Kyler Murray the shit. Hey, here you go. Here's your opportunity to get it. So that's what I would do. I would not. I am gonna stand by Josh Rosen. The kid didn't even get a fair shake last year. He was getting up off his fucking ass more than he was dropping back. All right, offensive line was injury ridden. They were horrible. The receivers would drop balls. It wasn't an ideal situation for a young quarterback. We had McCoy, you know what I'm saying, who was what, as we offensive linemen call, a tackle killer. You know what I'm saying, because he makes you drop back and drop back and pass protect 60 times a game. He wants to throw the ball down the field with a rookie quarterback. That's not smart. All right. So the way this whole air raid offense works is that everything happens super fast. So what's the purpose of having a running quarterback?
Right, exactly. You got to get the ball out. It's basically getting the ball out quick and getting downfield. That's what it is.
We're getting it out, and every once in a while we take shots. What's the purpose of having a running quarterback? You know what I'm saying? To do the whole option read thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody sweating that. I just don't see the benefit of drafting this kid. I just don't. Not for us. Again, not for us. Not for us. I don't see it.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. You address that pretty well in terms of what not drafting Kyler Murray and then getting out of the number one pick. Let's say the real life scenario happens and you're chilling on the couch enjoying a dilly and they trade out and let's say they go down to, we'll just say number 6, right?
6, yeah.
If with that in mind, if they get down to that position of the first round talent, we'll say, right? Because you never really truly know. It's the dumbest thing in the world to say who's going to be the best player in the draft. Because you never really truly know.
You never know.
First round or seventh round, you really never know. Of the first round talent, looking at all these mock drafts, like I know you have been, all the smoke and mirrors, all the GM talk, all the stories they put out there to try to leak to position, all that crap. If you got the pick that you wanted, who would be the player that you would take?
I want this kid from Alabama, man. All right. I want the kid from Alabama.
Quentin Williams?
Quentin Williams. I want him. I want him. You talk about a defensive lineman who's ready to go, who's plug and play, who's ready to roll. I need him. I don't want nobody that we need to sit down. We don't need another Ndishke. You know what I'm saying? Like another, you know what I'm saying? Like shout out to that dude, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes I question whether he wants to be a football player or not. This kid Quentin Williams is determined. He has a story. He has a reason to succeed, right? Bottom line, he wants to feed his family, right? Bottom line, that's it. And you watch him on tape, he was the most disruptive thing in college football. Like,
right. three technique.
Yeah, right.
Hands
down, he was the most disruptive thing in college football at the level that he was playing at the mighty SEC. That's not taking nothing away from no guy on this board. I mean, the kid from Houston, Ed Oliver, is disruptive as hell, but he's just small. Right? He's like an Aaron Donald type. He's 6'2", you know what I'm saying, and he weighs 287. Where again, Quentin is ready to roll. This kid is 315, 310, 315. He's ready to get out with the get out. So I think he can be probably the best D-line draft we've had since Darnell Dockett. Be real. Like, he's that damn disruptive. Run game, pass game, it don't matter.
Interesting. Okay. So, and yeah, he's projected by a lot of mock drafts to go number 4 to the Raiders. So, yeah, I mean, that would definitely fill a need.
Everybody's predicted to go to the Raiders number 4.
Yeah, no shit. Wow.
They don't know who they want. They said that tight end's going to go number 4 for like they don't, the Raiders don't know who the hell they're going to get. Now they saying that the Jacobs kid, the running back from Alabama, is going to go number 4 to the Raiders. Like, yeah.
Right. Chucky's going to be throwing darts at the board and shit to figure it out.
Right.
Yeah, they're kind of on some other shit.
Ridiculous.
Yep. All right. Now let's move to this. I don't know what's been going on. We were talking about it in our patent production meeting, but apparently. And there was these issues, I guess it was during the season, technically, with Pat P.
Right.
And apparently he's got his feathers ruffled again. Something happened, and people are talking that shit again about him getting out of Dodge. Do you think there's going to be a big draft night move where your guy ends up getting flipped to another team for a collection of picks? What do you think is going to happen with that?
At this point right now, Benny, I don't know. I've been trying to figure this out ever since I found out he's not there. Cliff Kingsbury said that they knew he wasn't going to be at camp. Of course, that's the save face. And I don't know. I don't know what's going on. This will be year 9 for Pat, if I'm not mistaken. And I know Pat wants to win. I've seen so many different things about what could be the reasoning. A lot of people, and this is a lot of people are saying that he don't like the fact that he thinks that they're going to draft Kyler Murray over and get rid of Rosen. I don't think that he likes that. I think that it's I think that it's, again, like a lot of people think that it's just not a fair shake. It's not, and he sees the potential in this kid and what he can be, and what he can do for the team. At the same time, he's an individual. He has 1 more year in his contract, and I don't think he's trying to press for money right now. I do believe he wants to be a lifer. I don't think, what I'm saying, he's a ring chaser. I think he wants to be a lifer. He's given everything he's had to the program, and I just don't see him being a ring chaser. So I don't know what the hell's going on, and it troubles me because I don't want to see him go. He's the best cover corner in NFL football. He shuts down the entire side of the defense, and that's valuable. That's valuable. I understand, like, everybody's like, oh, we can get younger. Sometimes that don't really account for that, So I pray to God we don't get rid of Young. You know what I'm saying? I need him on my defense, but this is the NFL, man. Who the fuck knows what's going on?
Right. Okay, so you believe with your desired first pick, they would take D tackle Quinn Williams.
Quinn Williams, yeah. And trade down the first pick to the 4th and get Quinn Williams. Sure.
Trade down to pick him up. And then it could be possible that you may have a need, if something does happen, that you may have a need at corner.
Mm-hmm.
Based on what conversations that you've had, and just the analysis that you've had, especially from this past season. It was a tough season for the Birdgang, and going into the offseason. What is in your opinion, and the answer may be obvious, but what is the biggest need for these guys out of this whole draft? Where do they got to get value? Where do they got to get depth? Where do they got to lay their chips down the best? We got to get for position.
Depth wise, we got to get depth in the offensive line and the defensive line. Let's be real with you. Our interior is bombed and depleted. We need guys that can play multiple positions, and all solid guys. So that has to be the main focus. And the reason why, just to go back to the whole Kyler Murray thing, the reason why, and I've said it multiple times, I can't see us getting Kyler Murray based on the moves that we made to solidify our offensive line. Because why would we solidify our offensive line? Why would we even care if we got a running quarterback? Why would you put so much emphasis on strengthening the offensive line if we don't have a running quarterback who can just get out of any problem and run and get to 15 yards, and then we line back up and do it again? Yeah, we gotta address the issue of offensive line. We need solid offensive line. We need defensive line depth, productive defensive line. Not just guys that you can just put in there. I need guys that can produce defense rough. We do need a young pass rusher on the outside. We got Chandler Jones. We got Sizzle back in town. We do need a young executed pass. We need a guy on the outside that can bring that heat, as well as those 2 veteran guys that are proven at that and they're playing at a high level. We need a young buck that can come in and get it cracked. So, yeah, I think we're pretty good at receiver. We're decent at tight end. Those guys just got to make the plays that are going to be made. That was a problem last year. And of course, we got DJ. We got DJ. He's back and he's better, strong as ever, in the best shape I think he's been in the NFL. We got a young running back behind him who's productive. Quarterback again. I think Rose will do it. No questions asked. With that defense, we signed Hicks from the Eagles, which is great. That was a big ass signing. That was lovely. And we signed some defensive backs that are veterans. We got the kid from Atlanta. We made some moves. We made some really good moves. Brought back a couple of productive defensive linemen. We signed them. But we definitely need to address defensive line, so you just offensive line. Of course, offensive line wise, you can get that in the mid round. So again, trading down that first round pick and then getting that first, and then getting maybe a third, you know what I'm saying, or a fourth round pick would be very beneficial so we can get that solid offensive line, play guard, tackle. We can plug and play and so on and so forth. So when injuries do occur, we got DJ Humphries, you know what I'm saying? And to me, the jury's still out on this kid. I mean, everybody praises him, but he's very athletic. But to me, the jury's still out on this kid. I need to see consistency. I need to see him play a whole season without getting hurt. So yeah, we got things, man. We got AQ coming back. We got Mason going back to left guard. We got Sneezy. We got Humphries coming back. So yeah, we got some good things working offensive line. We just need some young guys that are going to be solid. So I'm gonna say offensive defensive line is like paramount. We got to deal with that.
Right.
No question that.
Right. Well, let's shift to that because obviously that's your expertise, that's your position. You coach, you train, you evaluate. So, looking at particularly the early round talents, from who you watch, the tape that you watch, like who is really that guy in terms of the offensive line picks? Who you really looking at that's like, you know what, if somebody picks up that guy, they're gonna be a fucking all pro. Because I mean, shit, you saw it happen pretty well last year with the Quentin Nelson pick.
Right.
With the Colts, Frank Ragnow has done a good job in Detroit.
Right.
I believe the cat that you guys picked up
Mason,
had a pretty good first season.
He
Correct.
played the entire season. Did play very well.
Yep.
Solid offensive lineman. That's what I'm saying. Like solid offensive lineman. I think the kid from Alabama, honestly, is the most complete offensive lineman. Let me see. We can put him up. But
you got Jonah Williams.
Yeah, the Williams kid from Alabama.
Junior out of Alabama. Yep.
Yeah, he's the most complete offensive lineman. Plug and play. He can play guard. He can play tackle. He's a tweener, if you will, by their standards, because he's only like 6'4", you know what I'm saying, weighs about 305 pounds. But he has tackle feet and he has guard strength. So those are things that make him valuable because he can play both positions. So I'm saying he's the most complete guy. Now there are a number. The kid from Washington State is a hell of an offensive tackle. He's a dancing
Andre Dillard.
A dancing bear, if you will. The kid from Florida, he's got skills. I honestly think that he's more of a guard in the NFL. But he does remind me of Jason Peters a lot, tackle. He reminds me a lot of him in the way that he moves. The fact that Peters' arms aren't that long, but he blocks with his feet very well. So, yeah, that kid from Alabama, I think he's the most complete one. The center from North Carolina State he's a stud too. I give him his props. Plug and play guy. He can get in there and get it done.
Right. So I mean, ultimately, I think that this draft seems to be pretty rich, particularly in, I would say, defensive linemen, edge / linebackers, and then offensive linemen. Would you agree? It's not a flashy position draft by any means in terms of depth.
Not at all. It's linebacker thick. It's O-line, D-line thick. Yeah, without a doubt. It's not those things aren't all that flash and dash. It's just there's a lot of cornerbacks in this draft too. For people that are not really talking about the whole draft conversation got so saturated with the quarterback situation, and it's not really a quarterback draft, but the whole number one pick and the Kyler Murray situation that it's got so saturated. There are a gang of cornerbacks in this draft that are going to play ball for a long time in the NFL. Byron Murphy, Greedy, this kid from Michigan State. These guys are going to be ball players in the league for a long time. So it's more spread out. than most drafts have been. Of course, last year's draft was the ultimate quarterback draft. You know what I'm saying? You had
Right, exactly.
Like 11 of them. You know what I'm saying? That could go super high. So yeah, it's that kind of draft. But yeah, definitely O-line, D-line thick.
Okay. Well, bro, before you wrap up, I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit. All right. So you were drafted in 2003.
2003, 185th pick overall.
Yes, sir. All right. So this is our 3rd anniversary. We cover the draft every year. What is a quick story, a quick jewel, a quick experience that you can share, especially for the young cats out there that actually play, that actually have dreams and aspirations of making it to the league? They may be in high school, they may be playing college ball right now.
Yeah.
What is a quick story that you may have not really gone in depth, because we went into the whole like evaluation, the Senior Bowl stuff, but maybe in terms of what happened to you, something that interesting that may have happened to you that kind of stuck with you on actual draft night, for those out there who may be experiencing it tomorrow night and through the weekend, or maybe experiencing that shit in the future, God willing.
The best story I can tell about the draft, that I was picked to go late first round, early second. And I'm not even gonna go into the details why I fell, because I've mended that. I've spoken, you know what I'm saying, spoken to the person that harmed, that did me that, and I'm over that. But going in the 6th round, falling, you know, that far just made me an animal on the football field. And no matter where you go, because guys are gonna fall tomorrow, there's gonna be some hearts broken, right? There's gonna be some sad faces sitting in that weight room with their nice suits on and their Rolexes.
Right.
And
some agents pissed off about that signing bonus.
Agents gonna be on the phone, you know what I'm saying? Again, like I just said, they're gonna be sitting there with their Rolexes on, you know what I'm saying? And all their whole damn family got flew out by the agent. And,
right.
Yeah, so it's gonna be some disappointment, but it don't matter when you go, as long as you go. Because when you get there, I told one of the guys that I trained, his name is Steve Miller. He plays at Arizona State. He should be the starting right tackle for him next year. And you know, he all he talks about, kid wants to play NFL football so bad. And I told him, I said, man, look, you just keep working. I said, because they're going to scout you based on your talent, but they're gonna draft you based on their need.
Right.
They're gonna, like, everybody's talking about, you're gonna take the best player on the board. I think that's fucking stupid. Like, what am I gonna take a guy that I don't need? It don't matter, you know, it don't matter if he's shit out stars. You know what I'm saying? If I don't need him, then what am I gonna draft him for? So I got drafted based on the fact that Philly needed a tackle. You know, they needed a young, solid, utility offensive line. And based on my measurables being 6'4" and some change, at that point I was 6'4" and 3/4, and I weighed 305 pounds and was strong as an ox, and you know, and quick and all that stuff, you know, all these things, and ended up being the best offensive lineman at the Senior Bowl, making Mel Kiper eat his fucking words. I got to Philly and I just started kicking ass. But no matter when you get drafted, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a pride thing. That's a pride. Of course, it's a money thing, and you know what I'm saying? You think about, like, goddamn, you know, you talking about $4 million. But at the same time, if you're gonna get in the league and you're gonna stick in the league, you're gonna make that back. You're gonna be good. So, young bucks out there, just a word of advice, you know what I'm saying, for all the youngins that might hear this before tomorrow's draft. Or might not, or like, might be listening to it while they sit on the damn couch, you know what I'm saying, waiting on their day to be called.
Right.
Hey, no matter how it goes when you get there, like I say, when that door opens up, that door cracks, you pick that motherfucker and take off running and don't look back. Bottom line.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, man. And you were able to have a very fruitful career and last when a lot of, like you said earlier, when a lot of other cats who went above you didn't make it past their rookie contract.
A lot of other cats. I mean, a lot, guys. Reviews out there. I mean, there's a lot of cats that, especially just based on offensive tackles, that I was ranked higher than coming out and performed better than in Senior Bowls and all this other shit. They had this stature and this status because of the school they went to. Yeah, a lot of them 4 or 5 year careers and they were gone.
It's about that longevity, and God damn it, We are here to stay.
The bottom line is this, guys. You know what I'm saying? Remember this. Remember this little jewel. I'm gonna drop this little jewel on you. If you can't play, you won't stay. That's the NFL. That should be the model for. That should be the model for the NFL. Period. If you can't play, you will not stay. Bottom line.
And you know it's real when it rhymes. God damn it.
You damn right.
Shit. Yeah, man. Well, look, we're here to stay. We got longevity because damn it, we are 3 years of running, and man, it's been a pleasure doing this with my guy and doing this for all you. Because damn it, we are for the people.
Always.
Bizzleman, any final thoughts or words for the reviewers before we get on up out of here and let these folks enjoy their NFL draft, see what happens with their goddamn squad?
You know what I'm gonna say, man? Yeah, it's important to you. You know what I'm saying? Put energy into it. Take care of yourself, health as well. Don't be afraid to make a change, you know what I'm saying, especially when it comes to your body, because you only get one. Real shit. You only get one. Love your family, love yourself, love your higher being, you know what I'm saying, whatever it may be, Buddha, Christ, you know what I'm saying, crying on your wall, whatever. We love y'all reviewers out there, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with us for 3 goddamn years.
Yeah. Goddamn right. Follow us at JB and Benny Blue, JBandBennyBlueReview.com. We are available on all streaming platforms. Hit us up on the Savage Hotline, 818-850-2804. Goddamn it. Leave us a message. Shoot us some well wishes for the 3 years. We will play that and all that good shit. And reviewers, enjoy yourself some good old NFL draft. You're out in Tombstone in the desert. Go mess with our guy right here on day 3.
Yeah, man.
He will be announcing that pick, baby. Changing lives out here. Yeah, man, it's going down. I love the draft, dude. It's the best in the world. Guys have been putting in this work, get to see their dreams come true for however long it is. It's just the fact that you can get there, man. It's a beautiful thing, bro. If you are able to get to that next level, not too many people on God's green earth can say that. Right. So that means you are one of the best at what you do. And damn it, we are some of the best at this here podcast game. So until next episode, we appreciate you. This is the JB and Benny Blue Review, and we out, people.
Yeah.
Yeah.